Hi Assassins, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the second part of our Best in Class series, and it's going to be focusing on the A.O.E effect class. So yeah, the A.O.E area of effect class, we're going to go through that today. If you did miss the previous episode and you're new to the channel, I'll put a link down below in the description. We did that on the Assassins class, so yeah, we're going to jump into this class today. If you are new, consider subscribing. This is a road to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting so close, so thank you so much for all your support. It's greatly appreciated, it really is. So right, let's jump into it. The last video did very well, so let's hope, fingers crossed, this one does as well. Right, this class is a little bit smaller than the previous class. Only 6 heroes to choose from, but there are some very good heroes in this class. What I would say about the A.O.E class is it's nothing unique. There are heroes in the game such as Jean, Alexius, Quasmin, and probably a few others that I failed to mention that do have area of effects skills, so they can take out multiple enemies. So it doesn't make this class unique as in the fact these are the only heroes that can deal damage to multiple enemies, but it is still a very good class. There's some very nice heroes in this class. So we'll start off as we did in the last video, bottom left. So obviously we'll go through the rares, epics and legendaries. So the first one we'll do is Beatrice. Now she is a community favourite, she really is, but since the 2.9 update they've done something to the damage formula that she just isn't what she used to be. Hopefully she'll get fixed, because she was everyone's win con to get through, win condition that is, to get through, especially region 4. Absolute powerhouse, really powerhouse. Amazing ability with her bleed. Absolutely rinses the enemy for so much damage. She's got an improved parry, which is a really good ability as well. It increases her attack and obviously reduces incoming damage as well. So she's just a bit of a beast. The one thing I will say with this class is a lot of them are quite flimsy. They do some very good damage, but they're not the best at taking hits. So yeah, you have to bear that in mind. They can take out multiple enemies, but they're not great at soaking up damage. Well, that's what I've noticed anyway, playing like with Alvaro and Gamero or Gamalo in story 28, is they do take a whack and you do kind of need to, you know, heal them up a little bit to get them through certain bits. But yeah, Beatrice, very solid hero. Hopefully she gets fixed. Previous condition, absolute monster. At the minute, not amazing. Now Shakira is an interesting character, again very flimsy, but he's got a nice little ability called Mark for Death. So when you do that, I believe you reduce their defenses. No, that's not Mark for Death, that's it. So attack and defense and speed are all reduced by 50% on a target identified. Yeah, so basically when you activate this ability, yeah, it makes them weaker, and it obviously means you can take them out a hell of a lot quicker. He is fun. He has got some, he can hit hard occasionally. I have noticed that he's not one for guaranteed damage. If he crits, lovely, but if he doesn't, it's a little bit lackluster. But he's an alright hero. He's got some good dexterity about him. He's alright getting around the map. He's helped me out in Helix Rift events. You know, he's not too bad. But again, he will obviously take out multiple enemies for you. Hence the reason he's put in this class. Right, so we come to Muza. On paper, he's got some lovely little abilities, really good abilities, but he's not good. He really isn't good. He can disarm traps and lockpick, but not very well. Once you start getting to high-end content, his checks are very low. Anyone who's taken him into a Helix Rift event will know this. His agility is shocking as well. So if you've got a chest up high that you want him to lockpick, he's not really going to do it. Again, area of effect does some nice damage to enemies. When he, as I said, another one, when he crits, does a nice bit of damage. But there are just so many more heroes that you would pick over him. He's just not that amazing, to be honest with you. Right, Alvaro. So, Alvaro? Alvaro, that sounds all right, doesn't it? Right, absolute monster. Absolute monster. I love this hero. Brilliant, brilliant hero. He's got such a nice ability where he can give, where is it? This ability here. So he can increase, attack is increased by, and initiative is granted by the target party member for 15 ticks. So for 15 ticks, you can just go to town on people. Always get the first hit in, nice increased damage. And with these heroes who do hit quite hard anyway, yeah, just lovely. Really, really good hero. He's got an ability here that reduces the enemy defense, 50% chance to proc it. But if you do, they obviously take more damage on your next attack if they do survive this one. He's got a quick strike, a cleave here, so it performs a striking, like a sweeping strike. He hits every enemy, and he has a 25% chance to bleed the opponent as well for 3 ticks. So not guaranteed to get this off, but if you do, it's a nice little bit of extra damage. Could be the difference between taking them out in 1 or 2 hits or 2 or 3 hits. So yeah, if you get this going, he's not too bad. But again, very flimsy, doesn't take hits very well, but just such a hard hitting beast. And he's quite handy in HQ as well. He crafts your weapons for you very cheaply. Yeah, basically crafted his own replacements weapon for him, which I thought was quite funny. Right, Rodrigo. Now this character really upsets me. Really upsets me. Because he could be so good. So good. He can lockpick. He can sneak past people. He can hit like a truck. But he's not got a legendary weapon, so he's stuck with the tier 5 that you get from the Helix Rift event by collecting a certain amount of them and crafting. He hasn't got any tier 5 armor, but he's got his legendary pouch. So, yeah, just if they were to give him the tier 5 gear he deserves, he could be a monster. He could be a monster. Very quick attacking hero, hits for a lot of damage, can lockpick, sneak around. You know, he's got some very good useful abilities about him, but the fact that he just has no gear to go with them abilities just makes him a little bit lackluster. Yeah, you wouldn't put him on the top of your list to take him into a mission, unfortunately, but the potential's there. If they bring out the T5 gear, I'm sure that'll unlock it and he will be an absolute monster. Talking of monsters, we got Gomelo. I've probably said his name 14 different times in this video, but hey, you know what you are. If you sub to the channel, you know what I'm about. Right, so let's have a look at his skills. Now, he hits like an absolute freight train. He is just unbelievable. He's got this bleed here. Absolutely devastating bleed. I wouldn't suggest using this when you've not got more than one enemy in front of you. The initial attack doesn't hit that hard, and by using this ability here, you will probably take out the enemy quicker than if you was to do the bleed at the bottom. But if you have got multiple enemies in front of you, the bleed is just perfect. It gets the bleed off. The fellow who's waiting to come in at the back is just absolutely melting away as the turns go by. So by the time he gets to you, if he's not dead, you literally have to spit on him and he will be. He's got a nice little ability here, so it strikes for 125% damage. It also slows the enemy speed for 10 ticks as well. Now, being obviously a long-sworded hero, they are very slow. It takes them a while to build their attack up. I think they're a 2 attack speed. And even the slowest of enemy can get probably 2 hits in at you before you get your next strike off. So just by slowing them down, it just means that like every other turn you kind of get that little bit extra time to get another attack off. So it's not a bad ability. He's got a greater passive ability as well. This one here, Reaper's Call. So it can't fall unconscious for 6 ticks. So the minute you lose your last bit of health, 6 ticks, no matter how many times you get hit, he will not drop. And his attack goes up by 50%. So he already hits like an absolute freight train as it is. This is just like a skyscraper falling on top of you. He just absolutely hits so hard. And brilliant for like if you're going up against the last enemy. Anyone who's watched the videos on me taking Tormenta down with him, gets to Reaper's Call, no extra training involved, gets Reaper's Call, but he's just applying so much damage that Tornado can't get him down quick enough. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. He's got his own legendary weapon, and that's what the little joke about Alvaro crafting his replacement's weapon, because all right, he can't give you initiative, but he's just a beast. He really is. He's such a good hero. So yeah, all in all, this isn't a bad class. As I said, it's nothing spectacular. There isn't a hero in here that does something that another hero doesn't. You know, Alvaro's initiative and attack. Domingo's got that. A few other support heroes. Gamero or Gamelo. I've pronounced his name far too many different ways. You know, he can hit very hard, but at the same time, you know, Gene's very sustainable. He can get the double attacks off and heal himself at the same time. Alexis with his Spartan kick can absolutely melt people because of the damage impact it has on, but that's for another video. Yeah, so if I was to rank these in order, I would put Gamero. It's between old Beatrice, I would probably say, and Alvaro are very close. With the way the game is at the minute, I'd say Gamero, Alvaro, Beatrice, Rodriguez, Shakira, and Muza's just flat out bomb. He's not that good. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video as well. We will be moving on to one of the green classes next, so it'll either be support, the healers, or the disarmers. So yeah, I'll review what one I want to do after that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, Assassins. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And don't forget, if you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, click that button. Road to 1,000. Let's get this going. Take care, Assassins. Good night.